All right, so we are working on a Toyota Tundra pickup truck. Customer's complaint is pulsation or vibration when applying the brakes. Generally, that's characteristics of a warped rotor. So what we do is we measure the rotor runout, which I've got a dial indicator locked in place, where I can physically measure what the rotor changes are when rotating. So we're looking for high and low spots. So we see it gets down to around 10 and a half, and goes up to 13. So, and that's measured in thousandths of an inch. So we got 3.5 thousandths of an inch of rotor runout on the rear rotors. So it is not really within spec, but it is. It's right there at the border point. You really don't want any. That's really hard to get. Obviously, the only time you're really going to get that is under normal conditions, brand new brake rotors, or just after resurfacing. That's the only time you're really going to keep it, and then over time they naturally warp. So based off of temperatures, how hard you ride the brakes, things like that. So we do have some rotor runout, and these rotors here are grooved up pretty good. So we'll go to the front and show you the front. So here we got the front. It's pretty close to zero. So we're rotating. There's 1, 2 thousandths here. So we got a little bit of warpage. I think it goes up to about 3. Yeah, pretty close to 3. So we do have a little bit of a warped rotor. The passenger side or the driver's side is not quite as bad. Got plenty of meat on the brake pads themselves, but 2-3 thousandths run out is not super bad. There is pretty good glazing on these rotors, so that tells me somebody pad slapped it. Just basically put pads in without turning the rotors. That's unfortunately pretty common in the area. They just try to get by as cheap as absolute possible. But there's the how to measure the rotor runout. So we're using a dial indicator, and this is all from Snap-on or Blue Point. So we will talk to the customer, see what they want to do. This also comes with a plate, magnetic. So but that's the process of measuring runout. So there we go. So we'll talk to the customer, see what they want to do. All right, so we measured the runout. So now I've got hooked up the thickness. So we're using a micrometer here. We are at 1.251, and discard is at 29 millimeters or 1.15 inches. So we are basically really close to being at discard thickness. So you got less than 1/10 of an inch, and my machine cuts off. So you will be right at discard thickness if we to turn these rotors. So I'm going to talk to the customer, see about replacing at least the front rotors, and let me go to the rear and give you a measurement. All right, so the rears measure out thickness of 0.677. Discard is at 0.62 inches. So again, that's at pretty close to discard, and as grooved as these are, it's going to be kind of hard to get them resurfaced clean. So we're going to recommend pads and rotors all the way around, even though it doesn't need the pads. If you're going to do one, if you're going to replace the rotors, replace the pads. That way you get new break-in material. So there's that right there. So now let me talk to the customer and see what they want to do. All right, so we got the approval to go ahead and do the pads and rotors all the way around on this Toyota. So I'll go ahead and get you in time lapse, start the process. There is this 12 millimeter bolt right here. It is a hard line into these quad piston calipers. Take that out, that way you're not messing with this line right here. You can rely on the rubber hose to maneuver. So we're going to get that out. And then 17 millimeters, 2 of them, takes the whole assembly off. So I'll go and get you in time lapse. Okay, so we got everything set in place here, put it back together. There is a couple of ways to do these pushing in the pistons. One, like I did, start it where it's enough to open it up to allow to fit the new rotor using this tool. The downfall with this tool is it only goes so far when you're spreading. I don't like using this on new pads. You do have a slim chance of messing up the pad material, but it is slim, so you can do it that way. Do it off or on. You really don't want to use too much of a screwdriver, especially in new brake pads. You will tear them up. That's why I put the old ones back in, to kind of give it a little bit of leverage to push them back in. So we got everything in place here. So next step is to do the same thing on the other side. All right, so we got them all all done all the way around. So now it's a matter of putting the wheels back on, torquing them to spec, and then make sure you apply the brakes several times before you start it. That way you can compress the piston. Otherwise you throw it in reverse and you got no brakes. So remember, apply the brakes several times, get a nice hard pedal before starting it up. And then go out and drive it, properly seat the brakes, which we've gone over before, but I didn't do it on a Toyota Tundra. So that is the process to do front and rear brakes.